Okay, so I went to that moment where you wake up sick and you're not sure why. So you're like, oh crap, what did I eat? Ate something bad? Did I touch something weird? So you go online, you type in your symptoms, runny nose, cough, and some websites that you're going to die tomorrow. That's not very good. So, eventually after you're tired of being sick, you go to the doctor. But you get there, you fill out your little like waiver thing, sign up for your systems. But you talk to the doctor, it's kind of hard to talk to him, you're kind of confused the entire time. You're telling him this, but he's telling you that. So you end up leaving the doctor not knowing what your problem is or what's going on. So communicating with doctors can be difficult, and the patient can be useless if they don't know what information to tell the doctor. So that's why I believe it's important we make it easier for patients to communicate with doctors. Before I figure out the big solution, however, we need to understand and break down the problem. Naturally, there's two groups, the doctors and the patients. Let's go with the patients first, because that's the larger group. And the group with less medical expertise. So, patients are, of course, a little on edge when they walk in the doctor's office. Normally, they don't want to be sick. They don't want to be at the doctor's office if they have to, if they're really sick. And then Dr. Corey Floyd, in his 2010 textbook, Communication Matters, wrote when you visit the doctor's office, you're in information-seeking behavior or a series of actions to find out information. So this means patients need to be told what their symptoms mean and how to treat them. In my opinion, it's one of the most basic problems to solve. A more difficult problem to solve would be patient usefulness. When you go to the hospital, we expect the doctor to do a lot of work, but the patient actually plays a vital role in figuring out what's wrong with them. Picture a parent trying to feed a baby. Baby's freaking out. The parent's trying to feed it. It's not a good time. But if the baby actually works together with the parent, you can actually feed it. So compare this to a patient and doctor. And if a doctor asks the patient an important question what's wrong, and the patient kind of shrugs, says my head hurts. That's not gonna help the doctor. But if the patient actually describes his symptoms, then the doctor can actually help him, opposed to the former. Now let's talk about some of the patient's problems. Let's see about the doctor's problems now. Some people might think that only the patients have trouble communicating, but doctors also find it hard too. Of course, it differs from doctor to doctor, but overall, doctors have trained more communication and they have more training towards that subject. But doctors still find it difficult communicating with patients sometimes. Doctors use different lingo the patient understand, and they can interpret what the patient is telling them is wrong. According to the U.S. National Library of Medicine, doctors have many issues communicating, such as language barriers, lack of communication skills, inadequate knowledge of diseases or treatment, and human factors like stress or tiredness could all affect the doctor's ability to properly communicate with the patient. Doctors also experience burnout. According to Harvard Health Publishing, doctors experience burnout from increased workload, chaotic work environment, feeling like a cog in a machine, and declining pay. A survey of 7,000 doctors showed that in 2011, 45.5% of doctors showed at least one symptom of burnout. And this number grew to 54.4% in 2014. All of the stress and low pay is causing some doctors to leave medicine mid-career, forcing patients to find new doctors, which is bad for both patients and doctors. Now that we looked at some potential problems, some minor issues, minor solutions, let's look at more long-term, large solutions. It's easy to talk about making communication easier, but a lot harder to actually make it easier. The problem of this complex isn't one finite solution, but a variety of problems that are ever changing. The University of North Carolina School of Medicine recommends that doctors listen actively to their patients and offer empathy. Listening actively allows the patient to tell the doctor their problems firsthand without any conflict. And then empathy is another factor from the article. It talks about put yourself in the patient's shoes. When you're there for them and you care about what happens to them. These ideas are a great start. I think it's hard to find one standard solution that will last. That's why I think the solution to perform should be ever change and keep up with the times. All these solutions, however, have to work with the patients and doctors individually. It's not one giant group. It's personalized. Every patient and doctor relationship is of course different, and that's why one big solution will be hard. That's why it's important to break down the problems and solve them on a personal basis. You shouldn't feel embarrassed if I difficult to talk to the doctor, but instead ask them questions, try to figure out it with them. Don't feel embarrassed or useless. The solution won't change overnight, and it's going to take years to the communication be better. I generally think that patients and doctors can communicate well together. Most of the problems with going to the hospital will be solved. Thank you for listening.